Self-doubt is not your personality, it's your programming. Most people are trapped by beliefs that they never consciously choose. The real prison is not outside of you, but it's inside of your mind. Most people think self-doubt is just part of who they are, but self-doubt is often mental habits running in the background of your mind. My name is Mark, aka Create Lifestyle, and I'm helping people, especially those over 50, break out of these outdated beliefs so they can create freedom, abundance, peace of mind, residual income, and leave a powerful legacy. I call this breaking out of the matrix. And if you're under 50, you can glean a whole lot from this information because potentially it could save you decades off your evolution and off your growth and off your ability to achieve your goals. So today I'm diving a little bit deep. I'm going into your self-doubt. I'm going into confidence, your subconscious programming, and how to rewrite your interoperating system. Understand that you are programmed. You've been programmed since before birth, but that's real deep. I'm not going to get too far into that. That's something called epigenetics, which is mental programming that's handed down through your bloodline and your DNA and all that type of stuff. But more on a practical level, from the time that you're born, or from the time you're conceived actually, until up to about 7 years, your environment, your parents, the people around you, the things around you, these are the things that have programmed you and given you your core beliefs. So over time, that's what's running in the background. If you hear all kind of negative programming, I'm not good enough, you'll never make it, money beliefs, things like money doesn't grow on trees, what do you think, I'm made of money? Yes, those are a lot of things that I heard kind of and when I was in those years. But those programs are what's running beneath all your behaviors, and that's what has to be broken. So what happens then is your self-doubt, it is part of a mental habit and it's part of your mental programming. And most people think that, hey, that's just who I am. But this self-doubt is learned programming. It comes from your old experiences, your old failures, old voices, old conditioning. That's one of the things that I used to like about sports for children and when you're in your early years, because that's when you can begin to gain some confidence, understanding yourself and getting to know who you are, overcoming things. Playing certain sports is a great way to be able to do that. But now, since we've all gotten older now, there's something called the Roger Bannister effect. Back in 1954, he was the first person to break the 4-minute mile. Scientists and people, everybody believed that it wasn't humanly possible to run a mile in under 4 minutes. But Roger Bannister, he actually did this. But the big revelation was, after he did it, multiple people did it the same year after him. So now everybody believes that they can do it. And that's the thing that changed, is the belief. So understand that you're just running on this old software. You're using old data trying to run in a new world. And we all have to admit that we are in a new world. Things are changing fast. We've got AI. We've got digital money. We've got inflation. We've got, the world is just getting smaller and smaller because we're all so connected. We have access to all kinds of information. We have information overload. But understand now that old software has to change. And understand that you're not who you used to be. You're not your old failures. You're not a younger version of yourself. But right now you're a bigger, stronger version because you're wiser, you're more resilient. And your confidence, it comes from evidence. Confidence, it's not magic, it's built. Every time you keep a promise to yourself and you take action, you move through fear, your brain collects evidence, and that evidence is the confidence. So understand that you're building confidence. If you stay kind of stuck in the same routine and you're not trying new things, you're not stepping forward towards your goals. I went through this whole period of where I just read a lot of books. I did a lot of studying. I went to a lot of seminars, which are all very good things, but I didn't take action. And when you're taking action and you're out doing things, that's when your confidence comes, and that's when your learning comes, and that's when your breakthrough happens. So the truth is you have to take action first. You got to try, you learn, improve, and you become competent, and then your confidence appears. So that's the thing that gives you the confidence. There's a thing called micro wins. Get some small wins. Everything that you tell yourself you're going to do, or things you tell yourself you're going to do, even small things. I'm going to get up 15 minutes early. When you do that, you begin to get some confidence. So create situations where you can get some micro wins. I'm going to read one page of a good book today. That's a micro win. I'm going to walk around the block. That's a micro win. I'm going to reach out to some new people today and share my business with them. That's a micro win. I'm going to go on a sales call today. That's a micro win. Like when you tell yourself you're going to do certain things and you begin to do them, you start winning and you start gaining confidence, and then that whole thing begins to snowball. Understand also that your environment is going to program your identity. So your mind is always being programmed, as I mentioned. The question is, by what? Is it a negative environment, social media, the people that you're talking to, conversations? Understand today that we're in a fascinating time, because now you can join groups all around the world through the internet and connect with fantastic like-minded type people. So if you need a real positive group of entrepreneurs that you want to plug in with, just comment down in my comments. Plug me in and I'll get some information to you. But there's a fantastic group of entrepreneurs that I'm working with. We do a daily wake-up call every day, and we just talk about primarily building our mindset on that call. And then within that group, it opens a whole door to software and business ideas regarding learning marketing online, building online stores, selling products, things of that nature. So just comment, plug me in, and I'll get some information to you regarding that. But understand that your self-doubt, it shows up in a lot of ways. Overthinking, I've been stuck in that one for a long time. Hiding from opportunities. It's like Jonah and the whale in the Bible. When the fish swallowed him, he just wanted to hide. But a bigger power wasn't having that, and it spit him out into the world where he had to let his light shine. Anyway, fighting against yourself, against old beliefs, and feeling stuck. So we have to break all of this. The matrix, it wants us to fear, to self-doubt, to shrink, to wait. But freedom, it demands some self-leadership, some courage, and some trust. So you stop feeding your fear. You start replaying the old stories. And you start acting, growing, and becoming. So just realize that your self-doubt is not your identity. Your confidence is built through action. And when your environment, understand it is shaping your beliefs. Courage takes action. Rewrite your internal story. Protect your mind from all this negative program, and then become the person that you're meant to be. If I'm making sense, just stay with me. We're going to go deeper and deeper into these topics. Understand that the only way out is in. Peace, one love, and control your destiny.